All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. I think you guys are going to find a lot of value in today's video. You guys are going to like this video because in light of the recent news, you guys know this, Coinbase just announced their intention to add 5 new cryptocurrencies, including Zcash. In light of that, today I want to try and answer the question, can Zcash 10x by the next major bull run? Now, of course, this is pure speculation. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. But these are real figures we're working with. You guys can check my work. I pulled a few real historical examples. So, while this is pure speculation, I plan to try and be as accurate as possible. And this is the kind of stuff you have to try and figure out if you're an investor in cryptocurrency. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, here at Altcoin Daily, we bring daily videos on cryptocurrency, a new one every day. Our videos are straightforward, they're easy to understand, so I invite you, subscribe to the channel, join our Altcoin Daily community, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into price, I want to introduce Zcash to you in case you don't know about it. We're going to talk a little bit about Zcash and how it fits into the whole privacy space in general. So Zcash, it was launched in October of 2016. And Zcash is actually a fork of Bitcoin. Now, just like Bitcoin, it has a total supply of 21 million coins, and also just like Bitcoin, Zcash is mined at the same rate, where every 4 years the amount of coins able to be mined is halved. Now, this is not the only privacy coin, as you know. The most successful privacy coin is Monero, then Dash, as far as how valuable they go. And there's Monero, Dash, even navcoin, Deep Onion. Each one is built a little bit differently. We actually did a video about 2 months ago. My brother did a video comparing each of the different privacy coins. So feel free to search through our videos and find that if you want to find out a little bit more about how they stack up against each other. But as I said, they're all a little bit different. And just so you know, what Zcash uses for its privacy encryption comes from what's called a zero knowledge proof cryptography. And that just basically means that the transactions are able to be confirmed without anyone being able to see the specifics. So just so you get a little bit more about what Zcash really is, let's go to the frequently asked questions page of their site. And this answers a lot of questions. I'm going to leave the link to this in the description of this video, so check this out if you want. But right now I want to read the mission statement. What is the mission of Zcash? Our mission is to create an open, global, economic platform from which no one can be excluded. We believe that personal privacy is essential for core human values like dignity, intimacy, and ethics. Companies need privacy in order to conduct business. Privacy strengthens social ties and social institutions, enables democracy and civil political processes, protects societies against their enemies, and helps societies be more peaceful and more prosperous. I like that. We are a science-driven team. We are the discoverers of the underlying scientific techniques and the designers of the technology, but we are not the ultimate controllers of the network. That power lies in the hands of the users. We believe in decentralization, which promotes security and fairness. Every user of Zcash is a part of the network and helps protect it against failures and corruptions. Now, we're going to get to price in a second. And by the way, if at any point you find value in this video, do us a favor, give the video a like. It helps us grow as a channel. But before we get into price, I want to talk about privacy coins and where they fit in the cryptocurrency space. I want to try and answer the question, do privacy coins have a future? Do privacy coins have a future? I think they do, for sure. You let me know in the comments if you think privacy coins have a future. But let's go over this. I'm going to talk about why I see a need for privacy coins for an individual as well as for businesses. So let's go over that. As an individual. Now, in today's day and age, especially in America, it seems, we're giving up our own privacy more and more. Our personal data, it's collected and sold to the highest bidder. It seems like every decade we slip closer and closer to a surveillance state. I mean, just think about how people lived 100 years ago. Nobody was looking over your shoulder when you bought something. Nobody watched you. Even just 20 years ago, it seems like there was a better time in the 90s if you just wanted to stay off the grid. So I can only imagine where we'll be 100 years from now, but I think it's safe to assume people are going to want to keep their privacy. Now the question kind of comes up, maybe you guys if you're a little bit newer, you're going to ask this question, can't we just get privacy with Bitcoin or these other cryptocurrencies? And the short answer is no. Because the problem with all these transactions is that with every single transaction on a non-private blockchain is you're always going to be able to see the sender's address, the receiver's address, and the amount being sent. And that's stored in the blockchain forever. Now, if cryptocurrency gains adoption, I want you guys to think about what that would actually entail. So let's say, hey, cryptocurrency gained adoption. Now you're getting Bitcoin or maybe even Litecoin every month. Your salary, it's transferred to you in Litecoin to your crypto wallet. Hey, congratulations, this is adoption. It's occurred. But as I said, those blockchains are public ledgers, so you can see all this information. Let's say you go out and you just got paid. Now you want to go out and buy yourself a cup of coffee. When you pay for the coffee, you're giving access to your public address. Then that gets stored on the public blockchain ledger. Now with that, you'd be revealing to the coffee shop owner what your salary is, because technically he can see your public address, look up your transaction history, and see how much you get paid every month. Now with public ledgers, every time you transact with anyone, you'd be exposing more and more of your history and more of your behavior to more and more people. So you guys get it. Maybe you want to pay a doctor's medical bill, but you don't want your neighbors seeing the transaction. It's privacy. It's reasonable. Now, some people make the argument that they make this for all cryptocurrency, but specifically privacy coins. Hey, aren't a bunch of bad people doing bad things with privacy coins? Don't we need to ban them? Well, people use email for bad things. Should we ban email? Of course not. And we just talked about the individual. The same thing goes for businesses. We all want these businesses to adopt cryptocurrencies, but a lot of companies, they want to keep their transactions private, not only because it's important to them, but also for their customers. This is reasonable. We get this. There's going to be a need in the future for privacy. And I'm not suggesting that privacy coins will be the only successful cryptocurrencies, but I'm just saying they will be one of the many that will probably come out successful. Now, let's talk about price. Okay, so before we get into this, let's talk about what's happened, historical examples of what has happened in similar situations where cryptocurrencies get added to exchanges. So I shared with you guys the other day about Bitcoin Cash. When they got added to Coinbase, the price spiked. So that happened around December, and while a couple months before that, Bitcoin Cash was trading under 500. Actually, at that time, it was finding support between 1,000 and 15,000. And after it got added to Coinbase, it spiked all the way up to about $4,000. This is obviously huge. And I know this isn't the most realistic example because at the time, the whole market was getting pumped. We were in a state of euphoria back in November and December and January before the eventual major correction/crash. So besides this, what other examples can we see of cryptos getting added to exchanges? Let's actually take the example of the last time Zcash got added to a major exchange, and that was when they got added to Gemini. That's the Winklevoss twins over-the-counter trading desk, which that's basically means it's meant to handle big money, and obviously a big deal to get listed on a major exchange. Now that happened mid-May, and let's see what it was doing at the time. Let's go to year to date. Okay, so we see that actually right here. So at the time, it was finding support around 240. A month and a half before, it was trading at under 200. But at the time, it was finding support around 240. And once it got added to the Gemini exchange, it got about to 375. That's about a 60% increase. Now, obviously, this is just an example of when a crypto gets added to a major exchange, the price increases. More people want to buy it, more people have access to it. Now, I suspect that if Coinbase adds Zcash, let's talk about, actuality now. Coinbase is not planning to add these cryptos tomorrow, but I suspect that when Coinbase does add Zcash, the market, although it's down now, when it adds Zcash will probably be have a little bit more life. We'll probably be closer to the end of the year, where historically we always see major bull runs. I think almost every single year in cryptocurrency, after the crash or correction in January, it takes a little bit of a dip, and by the end of the year, in November and December, we go on a major bull run, and we see us going over all-time highs every single year. So what I'm saying is probably when Coinbase adds Zcash, the market will have more life, will probably be closer to that bull run at the end of the year. That's the time frame I'm putting on, my question is if Zcash can 10x. So let me answer this question. Can Zcash reach 10x by the next major bull run? And this is my chart right here. You guys can check my work. As I said, right now, as you saw, Zcash is trading at just about $200. Although just a few days ago we were sitting around 160. With the news that Coinbase is adding Zcash and with a little bit of life coming back to the market, now we're at $200. So that's the number I'm going to go with. Can we 10x from here? Now, right now at $200, we have a market cap of about 890 million US dollars, and this is the circulating supply. When Zcash had an all-time high, it was trading around $900. That was back in December and January, and the market cap skyrocketed, an all-time high for Zcash of about $2.5 billion market cap, and of course the circulating supply was a little bit less. So my question is, can Zcash 10x by the next bull run, where we need to go from $200 to basically $2,000? Can this happen? Now for the calculations, I increased the circulating supply just a little bit to make it more fair, and in order to 10x, we would need to reach a market cap of $10 billion. Is this possible? I'm going to say no. I don't think this is possible. I'm going to give you my prediction in a second, but the reason I don't think this is possible is because let's just look at the market right now. We're down, but it's a fact that only the top 4 valuable cryptocurrencies have a market cap above $10 billion. Even the most successful privacy coins, Monero and even Dash, but Monero right now has a market cap of $2.2 billion. If we take a look at Monero, because as I said, it is the most valuable, the most successful privacy coin, even when the whole market was getting pumped to new all-time highs, it only reached a market cap of about, just over $6 billion. So it was even the most successful privacy coin has not even gotten close to the $10 billion needed for Zcash to 10x. So that's why I say no. Now let's talk about what Zcash can really do. So we're going to keep the circulating supply at $5 million. I'm going to pick a market cap of $5 billion. It's still a little bit less than Monero's all-time high market cap, but it's double what Monero is right now, $5 billion. And if that happens, the price would be $1,000. So while I don't think Zcash is going to 10x by the next major bull run, I think there's a strong chance it could 5x. So is it a good investment? I might take out a position. I don't know. I'm not invested in Zcash at the moment, but it does look like it might be a pretty good investment. Tell me what you guys think. If you agree with me that Zcash will 5x and get to $1,000 by the next major bull run, smash up the likes. If you disagree with me and have a different opinion, comment below. I'll be replying back, so I'll be checking the comments. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. If you found value in this video, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe to our channel, join our community, and that's it. See you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a good year.